2A walkthrough of June 25, paper 2H, question 23. Right, but you should be looking, if you haven't had a go at the question, as soon as you see the question, stop and have a go. The important thing about learning maths is doing maths and getting feedback on what you've just done. So this is the question. So if you haven't had a go, pause it. I would suggest you get a mark scheme up for the question if you haven't already, if you haven't seen this question. Right, now, first thing I know is, the question. Let's work out the angle the size of ACE. Right, I know I can split this into two triangles and I can work out the length D to B using the cosine rule. So that is what I'm going to do. So dB squared equals 9 squared plus 12 squared. Take 2 times 9 times 12 times cos 60. Make my calculator look like that, and then I get dB squared equals 117. So dB equals the square root of 117. Right, using that, I can use the sine rule to work out this angle here, the angle DBC, because sine 60 over the square root of 117 must equal sine DBC over 9. So sine DBC equals 9 times sine 60 over the square root of 117, which gives me 0.7206, which means DBC, pressing my inverse sine, gives me 46.1 degrees. Right, so I've got one of the angles. Now I can work out the angle ADB using the sine rule as well. So I know sine ABD over 6 must equal sine 125 over square root of 117. So ABD, sine ABD equals 6 times sine 125 over the square root of 117, which gives me 0.4544. So ABD, equals 27 degrees. So the question asks about ABC is 27 degrees plus the 46.1 degrees, which gives me 73.1 degrees. So the answer is 73 degrees. Right. Right, now you've seen that. Have a go at that. Very similar. Think about it. Right, you've had a go. I'm going to talk you through it. First thing I would work out is B to D using the cosine rule, or dB. So dB squared equals 8 squared plus 10 squared. Sorry, you can't see that. Take 2 times 8 times 10 times cos 60, which gives me 84 on my calculator. So dB equals the square root of 84. What do I want to work out? Now I need to work out one of these angles. So I'm hoping you have gone for DBC first. So sine DBC over 8 equals sine 60 over the root 84. So I'm hoping you've now worked out what sine DBC is. got it all on your calculator. So using inverse sine, there you are. Right. Now we need to work out the other angle, which is going to be sine BDD, ABD. And that divided by 5 must equal working through. What do you have to do with both of those angles? Gives me 77 degrees as my final answer. That was 77.3, but we're working out to the nearest one. Brilliant. Well done. Thank you. And remember, hit subscribe. You want more of these videos when you're subscribed? Pop onto my website to have a go at those questions. There's 2 follow-up questions. And really, really have a good go at this.